Hi everybody, welcome. It's Scarlet Pete's Self-Sufficiency and Craft. You join me in the hills of Wales with no electricity, but we're about to use an electronic knitting machine. Without electricity, but we've got it.
No.
If you follow the cable to a car, you will see a power inverter. It's a 150 watt inverter going into a cigarette lighter.
So I've put it on a kind of random pattern.
And that's Ayab,
Yep.
isn't it?
Yes, that's the Ayab
Program.
Thank you, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we've got a 910 that's been converted. And this is not going to be an instruction video or anything. This is just showing you how we've managed to get electricity to a knitting machine in the middle of the hills, which has inspired me to get an inverter. And we're just going to do a very quick show of the machine selecting some needles so you can see it's working. And if you guys want to know more about Ayab, we're going to do a series of interviews and tuition on it in the future with this lovely gentleman who is new to my group. Ta-da! The lovely Scottish man. And your name is?
Mark. Mark.
It's Mark. And we're in a cowshed in mid-Wales, and he's obviously from Scotland. He's driven a long way.
Yes, but it's fun.
So let's see, that's a nice pattern. So is that in Stitch World, that pattern?
This is in Stitch World. This is out one of the later books, actually, probably Stitch World 3. All of the Stitch World patterns, most of the Stitch World patterns are available on Ayab. Some directly and some accessed through GitHub, which is where the source of the Ayab rests.
Cool.
So this is one of the later Stitch World patterns. So just to give an idea of how it behaves when you're using the Ayab, but here's a quick one of set the machine. I've loaded the image file. I would then go to configure. Make sure the machine's switched on, that's fairly crucial. And then knit.
Well, now we've got electricity in the hills here, you know, definitely important.
And having established that it's ready to go, you bring the carriage up to the start point and it beeps, and then it beeps again to say it's ready.
It's a very gentle beep, isn't it?
And when it's ready to go, and I've just chosen a random selection of needles to work with to start. So if I do this, you can see that it's selected the first line of pattern. Now this shows up on the image and it tells you what the next row is, which is 2. So if I do this one, it then shows up as 3 and it's changed to suit the next line. It gives an image of the position of the stitch also on the pattern, so you get a visual idea of where you're at. And
the only thing that I can see is different on the machine is that the panel doesn't show any light, so that's defunct, isn't it? We don't need that on.
The panel is purely cosmetic now, because the electronics have been, the electronic control panel has been removed entirely and substituted with the Ayab and Arduino arrangement, which sits under here.
Right. So the only thing that we see that is different is a cable that plugs into any tablet device or computer, yes?
Yes, and you can use it with an iPlayer or MS Windows. You can also use it with Linux, but each of these has a different setup arrangement, each of which is described on the Ayab manual arrangement, which is all accessible online.
Okay. Now I have resisted Ayab till this day, and this lovely gentleman has come to tell me how brilliant it is. And basically, I'll just say quickly that I'm converted already. I see that we can take an old defunct machine and make it into a modern machine with great capabilities, and there are even programs out there that are similar to Design and Knit, so it can all be mixed together, yes, and we can put patterns on garments and knit.
It can be the actual designing, self-designing of the patterns you have more control over, but there's more work involved in it, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have much experience with it. I don't have any experience with designing it. In fact, I'm a very poor knitter altogether. It's the technical side
that you're enjoying. Well, I like that the chance of being able to have a modern device, touchscreen, there under my fingertips to use with the machine. That's sold it to me so far. So that's just a quick hello and introduction to Mark and the Ayab. I've got a designer knit package that I'm going to lend him to have a play with. And in the future, I'm being lent a converted machine so I can do some videos for you guys to learn with me. But I am more than intrigued and rather excited to have a go at this. So in the future, I'm not saying it's going to happen quite yet because I've got to go back to Hungary now. But in the future, we are going to be doing some interesting things with Ayab. So thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, give me a comment so we know you're there, and wave bye-bye to Mark in mid Wales. Bye-bye.